welcome back to another video. My name is Tatiana, also known as your awkward gamer, and today we're going to be talking about Dreamlight Valley. They just released on their Twitter, and I think basically on all their social media, because I also saw Steam had this update, but they kind of released their upcoming roadmap for the early part of 2023, which I'm assuming it may last until possibly May might be a bit of a stretch, but it's kind of interesting the things that they've released, and I think it kind of gives us a little hint into how it's going to be monetized, because we know, I think it's this year, I'm pretty sure it was this year, that Dreamlight Valley is supposed to become free to play, and from that point their monetization model is going to set in, and I don't know if we've had any solid information about that yet. And for me, how this game gets monetized, in my opinion and my personal feelings, is a big factor as to the success of this game for the general audience, and also for me personally, how I will be playing this game, or if I even will be playing this game after their monetization model. It really depends on how it's done. I don't particularly love monetization models, but I do understand if games are free, there is a need for the game and the publisher to be obviously compensated throughout time. And I understand that, but when it starts to stop gameplay mechanics and you can't play the game because it's locked behind a paywall in a certain way, I mean, I guess some people might think that's fine. I don't know if I like that very much, and so that may stop me from playing the game personally. If it's just things like cosmetics, like how, and I'm not saying Fortnite is like the golden standard for this, but how Fortnite kind of didn't really lock any gameplay behind a wall for at least their Battle Royale. I know their like main game is technically locked behind it, but no one talks about that. But for their Battle Royale, it was mostly just buying skins and cosmetics to look a certain way and be goofy and emotes and all that stuff. And I feel like that kind of monetization would work pretty well for this game. It's not, you know, your favorite, but at least it's optional and it doesn't stop you from participating in events and things in the game. Whereas it kind of feels like possibly, and I think just when I was reading this article that they've put on their website, which we're going to take a look at, they might be locking new realms and new characters and things behind a paywall, and in my opinion, I don't know about how I feel about that. We'll look at their tweet first, which is what I saw first. It just says, "Is that a roadmap we see? Get your first look at what and who to expect from our next few updates. Early 2023 is shaping up to be huge for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and we can't wait to share the magic with you," which is kind of, for that huge, kind of makes me feel like they're gonna go free to play, and that's really big because that's kind of their full release when they go to that point. It says, "Stay tuned for more details on update 3 coming this February," which is pretty soon. It's in a couple weeks. So let's go ahead and check out their website and get more information about these updates and this roadmap that they've just released. Okay, so let's take a quick look at their roadmap and what they've released on their website here. So this is dated January 25th, 2023 at 11 a.m. It says, "Hey villagers, before we dive into today's big announcement, we want to thank you for helping make 2022 a truly magical year. From announcement to early access launch, your support has meant the world to us, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you. It's not hyperbole to say that your feedback and support has made Dreamlight Valley an even better game, and for that we thank you." So there has been a lot of support, at least for the community, and vice versa with the community supporting the game. A lot of feedback back and forth. They've even taken like certain animations, flashing stuff, like you guys remember the lightning? The lightning was way too bright and way too often, and they've taken that down a bit. I think they've even finally put an option to just turn it off, because it was quite off-putting even for me. I was like, that's a lot. Like, I feel like this is going to bother a lot of people. They listened, they took it out relatively quickly, considering they are developing a lot of the other characters and things, and as we're going to see in this roadmap, they have a lot of things that they're working on, aside from also making sure that this game is being updated regularly, and features that are important to players are being put in, and ones that maybe are hindering the experience being taken out. It's safe to say that in between welcoming a fun-loving visitor from beyond the stars and outfitting your valley with an abundance of festive spirit, you've been eagerly anticipating a look at our roadmap for the future. Well, today we're excited to share a first look at what we've planned for early 2023. So again, this is just the early part of this year. Kicking off with our next major update in the next few weeks, we have a whole slate of free updates on the way. Take a look at our early 2023 content roadmap below to get your first look at what to expect from the next couple of months. Okay, so let's read what it says. It says Dreamlight Valley early 2023 content roadmap free update. So in February, which is the newest update 3, I think is what they were calling it, we are going to get Maribel, and if you see that little cute little hand up on the side, we're probably getting Olaf as well, which is kind of interesting. I thought it was interesting Olaf was missing from the Frozen kind of update, so that's kind of cool and exciting to see Olaf finally joining the rest of the Frozen cast. So it says, February, meet an exceptionally unexceptional new villager and a special snowman. Discover the secrets of the Frosted Heights biome, which I thought it was weird Maribel would be in the Frosted Heights biome. I don't know if it's just me, but I was like, why? But we'll see what happens, but that's really cool. We're gonna get Maribel. Maybe we'll even get more of the Madrigal family. It would be really cool to see more of them. So that's really cool. And it also says the Star Path will be a celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary, so probably some really cool items will be in that Star Path. The way I think Star Path will work is it'll eventually also be monetized, because I think eventually you'll be able to buy like packages of the moonstones. I don't know if this has been confirmed. I haven't really kept up with that part of it yet, but as far as I know, if you guys know anything else, let me know down below, and share that information with everyone else. But yeah, kind of cool. Then in April, we're finally getting more Lion King characters, because we did get Scar already. It says a new realm, so we're getting a whole realm for the Lion King. A new realm opens, new characters arrive to the valley, and more surprises. So more stuff is coming in that update than they're letting on, and also more characters. So I wonder if we're also getting Timon and Pumbaa and Nala and more characters in that realm. That'll be really cool. And the Star Path for that, at that point, will be celebrating the Disney parks, which will be kind of interesting. Maybe we'll get some stuff to make them theme parks, some cool furniture items and things like that. And now we're moving into early summer. So actually it probably maybe passes May. Well, I guess is May summer? I think May is still technically spring. I think June, isn't it like mid-June is kind of technically summer? So now we're moving into possibly June and on. Early summer, unveil the secret to the forgetting. A princess races into the valley. I feel like it's gonna be Cinderella just because of the pumpkin. And when I first found this inside of the what is it called, that area, isn't it called Forgotten something? In that area, that forgotten area, when I saw that, my sister and I were like, it's gonna be Cinderella, or it's gonna be the fairy godmother or characters from that story. So that's kind of exciting. And it's also interesting, a secret's being unveiled about the forgetting in general, which is kind of cool. So that seems like a big content update. And it says the Star Path is kind of hidden right now. They're going to announce it. Stay tuned for that announced Star Path. Maybe at that point is when they'll move into their monetization and they'll do like a full release for the summer. Who knows? We don't know yet. I'm just speculating. This is just some speculating, you know, no one's saying anything in stone except for what we read here. And then there's more to come in 2023. Multiplayer. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm kind of in the way. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen, but multiplayer is also something that is going to be added. It says multiplayer characters, realms, clothing and motifs, decorations, and furniture. So there'll be even more things added. It shows Belle in the background of this. There's more clothing items we can see. So they're going to add some cool stuff. I'm just waiting to see when we're getting this monetization, because I personally was vocal and never hid that I didn't like how expensive the early access was. I got this game for free, and I'll be very upfront about that. It didn't change my opinion on it, and the only way I was gonna play this game, if I, before they were gonna send me the game, was on Game Pass, because it would kind of pay for itself, because I use Game Pass all the time. It would feel free for me, and that's how I was gonna play. That's how my sister plays, is through Game Pass, but I wasn't gonna spend $80 or $50 or whatever, for the different packs just to play the game. And so just seeing how that was monetized made me nervous about how monetization could work going forward. What if they lock these characters behind $15 paywalls for a realm? When you see how small the realms are, when you see that you're essentially just getting them into your thing, is that worth a whole $15 every single time, every single month? Some people may think it is, and that's totally fine. For me, I'm just not sure if that's something that I would want necessarily, or if there's a yearly fee. It's going to be really interesting to see how this is monetized. I really do believe it's going to depend on this, that's going to change how the game succeeds in some ways. Some people will not like that. Some people may be fine with it. To each their own. Every person has their own opinion, and that's fine. I'm not really trying to bash any one side. It's just, for me, it makes me nervous about how I'll enjoy the game, because sometimes monetization can be just way too much for me, and I'm kind of just interested to see how they go about it, because I already wasn't sure about how they monetized it being an unfinished early access game charging full price in some ways. And some people can say, oh well, you could have paid the lowest price, but wasn't the lowest price $20 to $30 still? I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like that was a lot, but that's just my opinion. But I am excited for this roadmap. I mean, I wanted Mirabelle to come here. I think it's really cool. Olaf seems to be coming, his little hand in the corner. More Lion King characters. I wanted more of those. We see Belle's coming, getting to know more about possibly Cinderella or more about the Forgetting in general is exciting. It's exciting updates, and they seem to be keeping them coming every couple months, you know, and that's a pretty good schedule to have. This is only what they're calling the early 2023 content update, so they have a lot more coming in the second half or the later half. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the possible monetization system they're going to use in the future? Is that something that's going to bother you, or something that you're like, no, it's not that bad? A lot of games do stuff like that right now. More and more, it seems, and you know, for people who don't like it, that might be something you're not excited for, and for some people who are like, yeah, I don't really care, you might be in the middle like me, where it just depends on kind of how it's done, your comfortability with that, kind of in the middle where you're like, you know, it can be kind of bad, but sometimes it's okay. Let me know, and remember, be respectful, be calm, be chill. We're not fighting. This is a video game. We don't fight over just video games, because that's all they are, you know. They're just something that's supposed to help us relax and chill, and we're not going to get too serious. It's not that serious. It's for fun. And so, you know, I just wanted to make this video kind of to see like what you guys thought about it, and I was like really like excited to see a roadmap come up for the next couple of months. When I saw the tweet, I was like, oh, like that's kind of cool that we've seen this roadmap now, and kind of know what to expect and what to be excited for. But yeah, I'm interested to see what surprises they have for us, what other things, what other characters are coming out. The multiplayer aspect, I'm really excited to see that, because my sister also plays. Will it be a I'm assuming it will be cross-platform. So, because my sister plays on Xbox and I play on PC, Steam, play on my Steam Deck. So I feel like it'll be kind of cool to see how we can do that. Like if I had my Steam Deck sitting beside her and she's on her Xbox, that'd be pretty sick. That'd be a pretty cool thing to do. So I'm excited to see how the multiplayer is handled as well. But yeah, just excited to I'm just kind of observing and watching on the side. I have my opinions, but I still just want to see it through and see kind of how everything goes down as we get closer to the launch, and when launch happens, kind of see what happens and how everything is received. But yeah, let me know what you think again down below. Be kind to each other. Remember to stay safe, hug your loved ones, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.